Hello. Let's talk about capitulation. They say jump, and you say how high. That's pretty much it. Well, I understand sometimes that I do. I understand why Mark Carney, the Canadian Prime Minister, why he decided to pause or get rid of the DTS, the Digital Services Taxes, or DST, whatever it's called. I understand, I get it, I understand why he did it, but Donald Trump will be back for more. Like any bully, if you capitulate, if you give him everything he wants, he'll be back for that next little drop of blood. That he will. I understand that the Canadian PM is worried. He's concerned about the economy. Since there's been a notable downturn in the economy because of these Trump tariffs. It started to hit. I get it. But it's still naive to think that there is any trade deal to be had with the Trump regime. With the old tangerine tyrant, yeah. But anyone who thinks that there is, it's naivety. It's got to be naivety. Hello, Regan. Well, my friend. Hey there, folks. It's Steve. Hello, Steve. I hope you're well too. Yes. I just don't see, for the life of me, why any world leader would suck up to Donald Trump. Even with that argument that, the here and now for the economy and all that. The United Kingdom's trade deal came into effect today. But what about the steel tariffs? What about Tata? He's not to be trusted. The trade deals he hated, the ones he negotiated and Trump 1.0 in his first term. They were his trade deals. Apparently they're the worst trade deals ever, they were. How can you believe anything he says? You can't trust him. He's a liar, he's a charlatan, he's corrupt, and he's a sex offender, and probably a paedophile. Probably. Oh, there, I said it. Oh, I said it out loud. Oh, they're terrible me. Well, you go back into his past, and you read some of the articles and the stories surrounding him, well, you might think differently. It sounds like he's got a bit of a tendency towards little 14-year-old girls, but everyone to their own, It's Donald Trump, let's capitulate. Like this Senate bill, this great, big, beautiful bill, which pretty much rips away your rights. Now, all said that some of this has been stripped out, but I haven't seen evidence of that yet. Such as allowing Donald Trump to cancel elections indefinitely. There's about 960 pages long. And they got to read it last night. Yes, they got to read it. All 960 pages. 12 hours. They have to read it. I don't know about you, but, even if you are a speed writer, there are limits. 960 pages. I doubt it somehow. So that will be voted on. It'll probably go through. Maybe. On the basis of nobody's ever feckin' read it. Just, it beggars belief. These people are crazy. And then you got the MAGA, with their heads in the sand, for which this bill allows ICE to have as much money as they need or want. Tom Homan is what he said. You think the ICE raids are big now? You wait when the bill passes, he said. That's what Tom Homan, the border czar, said. No, those with their heads firmly in the sand, ostracising themselves from the world and what's going on around them, ignoring the facts. They too are at risk. Just a couple of days ago, birthright citizenship was removed because the Supreme Court's decided, in their lack of wisdom, and the fact that they're bought by Donald Trump and Israeli think tanks and knows the authors of the bit of Project 2025, the Heritage Foundation. They're all bought and paid for. They've been caught, I have. By the old ghoulies, yes. Money talks. Follow the money. So yeah, birthright citizenship. Now, people have said to me, in the comments on another video I did, where they said, oh yeah, what about people who have already got their citizenship, their birthright citizenship? What about them? You don't think they're going to stop at just those who just come over the border, do you? No, of course they won't. Obviously, they're starting with the Venezuelans, the Cubans, the Hispanics, Latinos, etc., 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 and Canadians. There'll be more brown faces, be the black people. The natural borns will be next. Dissenting voices will be next. Will be deported or end up in a prison somewhere. There'll be some trumped up cases against you. Just like Abrigo, crikey, Salvador, whatever his name is. Abrigo, Cortez. Oh, crikey, what's his name? The guy who's deported and just brought back and now he's going through. There's a massive court case against him. What the heck? And the key witness is somebody who's just been given as citizenship for literally being a witness. Talk about fabrication. David Carroll. Oh, is she? Oh, crikey, my Anne Waddlebottom's in the chat. Oh, hello, Anne Waddlebottom. Oh, go to my handsome bearded Norfolk man. Oh, God, just can't help it, you know. Being Norfolk. I don't know about the handsome bit. Yeah, got a beard, but that's about it. Hi, Brian. Hello, Jay. Brian Maguire. Hello, my friend. Hope you're well. Your frustration speaks loud enough. I'm frustrated. Ain't a bloody word for it. It's just like every single day there's something new to pain us all. This is bleeding over into the UK, into the EU. Luckily, those with any sense are standing up against it, and there's plenty of protests and what have you, such as in Hungary and the gay pride marches and stuff. You know, there's plenty of dissenting voices against the establishment. Good, and it needs to be. It's the only way you're going to maintain any form of democracy. Democracy's been removed in the United States. If the bill goes through in its current form, well then, Donald Trump will have the power to stop elections, to cancel elections, at his whim. It's just... We're heading into Civil War territory, and it's all happened so fast that people haven't noticed, or people aren't paying attention to what is going on around them. It's deeply concerning. And when I see world leaders capitulating to Donald Trump, a man who's performing human rights violations, when we slag off Iran, we slag off Saudi, we slag, well, not Saudi maybe, but, we slag off China and what have you, Uyghur Muslims and all that. It's just, which obviously is terrible, and so we should, human rights abusers should, need to be put on the bed, not put on the pedestal, but on the chopping block. But now we're trying to suck up to him. Capitulating to him. And that, as far as Mark Carney is concerned, that I understand why he did it. He's whining about the here and now, but quite frankly, what about tomorrow? And the next day, and the day after that? When Donald Trump keeps coming back and trying to take, steal your next day's lunch money. Hello, Godric. But who have you capitulated to? Are you even a US citizen? Oh, for Christ's sake, there we go. What, happens in the US happens everywhere, all right? I'm not a US citizen. I'm a British citizen here living in France, all right? And the EU leaders are capitulating to him. The UK Prime Minister's capitulated to him. So, yes, it affects us all, you plonker. Is your name Rodney or something? Crikey, people. No strangers folk, no strangers folk. Those who do not know what is good for them. They just hate brown faces. They just hate everybody else who are not them. Without realising that they are also being attacked by these billionaires and a regime in the White House. You're all affected. Negatively. There's no long and short about it. Have you actually paid any attention to this bill and what it means for you? You got Lisa Murkowski, Republican, I think she's Alaska, I think it is. There's her saying, she's sort of like in the past voted against Trump, saying I'm not going to vote for this bill unless this is removed, blah, 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 blah. And then she says, I just want it removed for Alaska. Just want this removed for Alaska. Okay, it was shouted down by, blocked by Elizabeth Mono, but the fact of the matter is that they're all hypocrites. All fucking hypocrites. They're happy for the rest of the United States citizens to suffer as long as I get voted back in again. They know full well they need to keep their people on side in the midterms to hold their seat. Don't people realise what this regime is taking away from them? What this regime is standing precedents for other countries around the world to pay attention. They're watching closely other wannabe dictats, kleptocrats and tyrants, fascists, KKK, who all want to have a piece of the pie. They want control. They want their people to stand up and listen, like Trump said, in referencing Kim Jong-un, North Korea. When he speaks, his people sit up, or something like that. Because, fair. If there ever will be for the EU to show its strength, this is it, most definitely. Hello, Mark. Oh, well, my friend. They're very excited. Mark Van Betts is just about buying a house in process of. Very exciting times. Well, exactly. Now is the time. You have to nip it in the bud. Now, I used to get bullied at school by a certain individual, but I nipped it in the bud. He didn't know what he was up against. I was a quiet one until it come to the, someone starts trying to push me against the wall. I just grabbed his arm and just pushed me through the Georgian wide window. Well, not through, because it just cracked into lots of bits. Got in a lot of trouble over that. But anyway, my dad went happy when he got the bill. But after that, we were on talking terms. That's the stupid thing about it. It's like, fight it out. It's all about power, and at the moment he's wielding the power because, it's not be funny, Donald Trump has got a shitload of power. Our power has got to be in the fact that the blogging trade also affects the United States, not just the European Union. And to rescind the digital services tax, which Canada's just done, I was very disappointed to see that. just to restart the talks. When it's restart the talks for a trade deal with a country that doesn't abide by its trade deals. What's the point? This is just wishful thinking. Wishful thinking, a hope. Maybe he's buying time. Maybe he's hoping that one day he won't be there and things will soften. There's that possibility too, you know. There might be a coup d'etat, there might, you know. Needs to be. The Mango Mussolini needs to be ousted. My dissenting voice. Not really, because I'm a British citizen living in France. Oh, the sacred and ultra-sexy Graham Price. He nips my bud, says Regan. Responded to Regan, I think, what the fuck? What? Do I know this person? Because the wording sounds quite familiar. If Trump is so powerful, why do my farts smell so bad? That's a valid point. The SPDs are the worst as well, you know. Clandestine farts. That's what you need. Instead of an orange fucking fart in the White House. Bloody diaper. Old diaper Don. What are you going to dramatise 4 years from now? Can anyone guess the next giant headache? Well, the giant headache is Donald Trump. That's it. He's bugering everything up. Talk about dramatising. How is it dramatising? Read the words. Listen to the words that come out of the tyrant. The Mango Mussolini. The Paprika Palpatine. Listen to the words. Read the words. Just all you've got to do. There's no drama. No. There's no need for drama. Because it's written out in letters. I don't know if you can read, but in letters. Oh dear. Yeah, 0 deals in 90 days. Well, there's a concept of a plan. Oh dear. Hello, Kiri. Yes. Oh, hello, Canada. Yeah, I had a nice email from one of your Canadian folk in Canada. Guy who's he's a contributor to our rewilding project here in France, where we plant loads of trees and stuff. And he wants trees for Canada. It's a really cool idea. So I probably could find some maples. I think some sugar maples or something like that. So that'd be pretty cool. And I was having a nice, he sent me a nice message. I sent him one back and what have you. But it's nice. It feels to me that we're kind of. I feel that I'm on a similar wavelength to many of the Canadians. Not all, obviously, but you know. Let's not do harm to others. That sounds like a really great idea. It's even in the Bible, apparently. You know. And one of the commandments. Oh, crikey, they haven't read that, have they? Just like they haven't read any part of this new beautiful Brexit. Not Brexit, well, it could be Brexit anyway. Big beautiful, it's worse than Brexit. Big beautiful deal. Bill. Oh, what have I missed? Oh, crikey. Mark Van Best. Oh, cheers, my friend. Oh, much appreciated. Give me a super chat. Nice one. Thank you. 2 week Trump. Would he do the honourable thing in 2 weeks and resign? Yes. Well, that was always his distraction. Yes. In 2 weeks. In two weeks he'd go. Yeah. And then it was like a day or 2 days or whatever it was. You know, and bombs around. And misses. Apparently that's what he did to Melania. He missed the spot, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Well, there you go. He's done that so many times just this year. Used in 2 weeks, I'll make decisions. Just like, wait, delay, hope they forget about it. Oh, nice one. Canada My Home says the tree thing is awesome. Yeah, I really we're quite proud of what we're doing here. Yeah, we're quite slow, but it's we're done about, I haven't counted since the last count. It's about 600 odd we've done. It's over 600, but so far, but we're doing over 1,000. But isn't it making lots of like bat boxes and bird houses and stuff? Yeah, bird houses and stuff, and other like, animal habitats for like hedgehogs and whatever I can come up with. Anything that attracts permanent homes for animals, basically. That's what I'm trying to do. See, the thing is, you see, it's great that they're obviously they've got the woods and stuff, but the woods keep getting felled because there's an industry here, you see. So they end up getting chopped down, and those habitats are then lost. Yeah, thank you. Canada, my way home. Hey, Alistair. Hello, my friend. Hope you're well. 2-week Trump. He do the honourable thing in 2 weeks and resign. Let's hope. Let's hope. I know I just said that already. Trump won't ever be honourable. He doesn't know what honour is, does he? How's a man like that honourable? He hung out with Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein, while he was being interviewed, or a recorded interview, told oh crikey, the wolf, that they were best friends for 10 years until Jeffrey Epstein found out, wised up basically to it. Jeffrey Epstein said that that Donald Trump befriends people, and then he basically send them out for the kill. They are the kill. They are the fodder. Hangs them out to dry, he does. Biden got lost on stage. Donald Trump fell down some steps. Biden, he was having trouble. I'm not going to deny that. Of course he was having trouble. But did Biden and his administration, it's not just Biden, remember that. Just like it's not just Trump. It's all the people you've got behind you. In Trump's case, you got the geezer who looks like he's been taken from behind, and then the guy died. He's got rigor mortis, and he's still in there. And then you got Ludwig. Oh my giddy, he's too excited. That's what's going on there. It's just, these people. Was that too much? Oh, dear me. Oregon here. LFG Cascadia. Talk about LFG, what about LNG? It looks like Canada, I don't know, there's going to be a lot more shipping of LNG gas. Quite a bit, actually. The environmentalists aren't happy. I just realised is that the guy that was in the cat meme. I'm confused now. Biden, dark red maples are exquisite. They are. Could go for them. What I'd probably end up doing, I'll probably get one and I'll propagate them. So if I remember rightly, when I looked, they're really expensive. So obviously we're putting a lot of native trees in as well, but we're doing a few more, not exotics obviously, but trees that can survive here. You know, provides food as well for the birds and the bees. Oh, Stormy Daniels is the business lesson to be learned. Well, she did learn a little bit. What a mushroom looks like. Got some recording to do. Take care, Regan. Thanks, my friend. Oh, Granny Waddle Bombs there. Speaking of a menage a trois, there's a bigly romance. One going on between Mark, that'd be Mark Rutte. So Mark, Daddy Trump Rutte. Here, I'm a sucker for a deal storm. And diaper daddy himself, Trump. Oh, it's a right little threesome going on there, isn't there? That there is. I wonder who'll be in the middle of that human centipede. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, crikey, the thoughts of it all. Oh, crikey, just shorted. Oh, dear, I'd watch that movie. Oregon here. Hello, Oregon. I am an American, not wanting to join a foreign nation. Speak for yourself. Well, what foreign nation are you joining? Where'd that come from? Not wanting to join a foreign nation. What does that mean? Thanks, Alistair. Nice one. Cheers, Alistair. Granny Wallabomb. I love that name. Oh, I make birdhouses and oh, nice one. Canada, my home. Oh, brilliant one. That's what we did. I've probably done. God, I did count them. I forgot now. I don't know 20 or between 20 and 30 so far for hair, but I'm hoping to do around 60 plus. I'll probably just keep making them, to be honest. We've got the shaman all around here. It's all lot tree line. I'll just get the ladder out and just stick them up in the trees and that. Wherever I can make shit off. But the backs has got to make sure you've got a nice drop underneath them. So as long as I can maintain that, it gives them somewhere, doesn't it? You know. And the shaman hair, you say down here, the Mary used to come down along with the farm and used to chop all the trees down, all the chestnuts. They did it once we were here. I went ape shit. Because at the end of the day, it has to be a responsibility of 50-50, you see. But they can't do it anymore now, because I've said no. So I literally just maintain the shaman, which I'm happy to do, you know. And that way we've got lots of lovely growth. You've probably seen it in some of the videos, maybe. There's lots of lovely growth there, high up growth and low growth. And also we've got some blackberries and other berries in there, and some plants and stuff that we're planted in there. So just, you can't go. You just can't go and just destroy everything all the while. You just can't. You mustn't. It's dangerous. Not just hung out. Trump was his friend and associate. Yes, they were associates. Like, for instance, the little model agency, which tend to specialise in little 14-year-olds, if you know what I mean. There's all be a weed, a plant that has mastered every survival skill except for growing in rows. Don't conform. Don't conform to this tyranny. Is that the point you're making, Mark? Average IQ in the southern US states, oh my god, that's low. It's 61. That's really low. Well, it's not surprising when, crikey, was it 30% of Americans on average across the country, this is, so even worse down there, don't even get to 11 grade. Is it 11 grade? I don't know what we call it in the United States. That's pretty bad. Another man with a big tool. That's this Granny Waterbomb. Spadder. Oh dear. And Regan says his one's man. Oh my god. That's what you're doing, though. Isn't lucky that the US has their Supreme Court to protect them. Hang on, wait a minute. The three independent legs of government, etc. Yeah, unfortunately. Well, local government, regional government, appellate courts and what have you, they've been voting against Donald Trump. But yeah, it goes to the Supreme Court, and I just, like, for instance, just allowed Donald Trump's birthright citizenship to be allowed, where it's just be stripped from people. Like I say, it's not going to just be people just coming over, is it? He's going to start using it on people that are already there. No one's safe. No one's safe. Captoy, where are you? I need a bat house. It's very easy to make if you want to make one. In fact, there's some videos of me making them on my woodworking channel, Wally Bra Woodworking. So yeah, very easy. Anyone can do it. Oh, Howard Butlick. Looks like a character in the Muppets. Which one would he be? Oh, crikey. Which one would he be? Oh. It'd be a new character, I suppose. Yeah, Canada Day tomorrow. You also got, if you do use Amazon at all, they've got a Canada Day sales, haven't they? Marto left his job as a target, a bathroom security guard, to be here. What? What, in Canada? The thing is, you see, the job market is good. We're worrying about these tariffs and everything that's going on there, but we don't talk enough about AI. We really don't. There's a lot of positive talk about AI and have they achieved this and they achieved that, but not the fact that Amazon have also already said that they said that actually a couple of days ago, that it's going to take around 50% of the workforce is artificial intelligence, and then obviously got the automation, and they're also going to be making their own cardboard boxes to the exact sizes, which is a great idea, I must say. Also now some 30% gone with Facebook, Meta, jobs gone, and Microsoft. It's just there's going to be so many jobs lost, and the more industries that start absorbing AI into their workflow, they'll find less need for employees. And remember, AI works 24/7. You know, there's no sick pay, but probably in the US anyway. There's no minimum wage. Well, I can't get US minimum wage is what, $7.25. Anyway, there's nothing. All right, they haven't got to do anything other than write a bit of code, maybe, to utilise it and use plugins and stuff like that to utilise artificial intelligence. So it's not surprising. There's going to be a massive run of job losses. It's going to be used in design. It's going to be used in problem solving, architects, structural engineering. You name it, across the board, it's going to be used. Jobs, all gone. Creative jobs, programming jobs, all gone. And who's benefiting? Oh, I wonder. The billionaires, yet again. They own absolutely everything. Have you got a house? Is it mortgaged? Who owns your mortgage, I wonder? The investors. Who are the investors? The billionaires. The billionaires or the occasional pension scheme. They own you. They do. They own us all. And we have to stand up against it. And we've allowed this to happen for over a long period of time, but we haven't noticed so much. It hasn't been such a big deal. Because we had growth and people weren't being suppressed as aggressively as they are now. But it's been going on for decades. The billionaire classes are literally just wiping us out. We will no longer, and as more robotics and other stuff comes into play, there'll be less need for us. They're already billionaires. Do they need any more money? Probably not. Do they want more money? Probably do. It's like we can't, I suppose, it's like we can't coexist with them, with the billionaires, with the billionaire classes. It's like it's them and us. And the longer that they exist, the smaller we're going to become, and less significant. My phone just went beep. Well, it doesn't often go beep. I'm excited. I got a notification. Oh, blimey. Okay. Alright. Okay. No, it's nothing interesting. No, it's just ground news. Telling me that the world is about to end. You know, don't look up. By the way, apparently we're not doing enough about these meteorites that are heading towards the Earth. Oh dear. Apparently, the United Kingdom exporting F-35 parts to Israel was lawful, the court rules. We're all complicit in genocide, it seems. All complicit. That APAC, crikey, they've got a lot of power. They're in the control of everything, they are. It's basically just an Israeli think tank. Oh, we've got fires now, by the way. In Europe, in France, because of heat wave. And we've got heat domes and stuff like that. You know, it's extremely hot at the moment. It's not too bad in here though, for some reason. I've got the fan running. You probably can hear it, but the fan's running. That seems to be enough in here. It's working quite well. It's a stone room, really. You know. So the severe heat wave is intensifying across southern Europe around late June. Well, it has already. With red heat warnings issued in Portugal, Italy, Croatia, and temperatures still reaching highs. Well, what about France? The fact that we've got forest fires in France at the moment. A bit like Canada, except smaller. Oh, just what can we do though against this lot? What can we do? The only thing I can think of is, you know, apart from a coup d'etat, is to or civil war, come on that, is to cut off their money. Stop using their services, for instance. Stop buying shit that you don't need. Boycotting US products and services, not just around the world, but, you know, internally. You know, just buy what you have to buy and limit anything else. Because they're getting their tax dollars from somewhere, aren't they? Probably California, since it's the fourth largest economy now. So, let me back to the chat. You know, Lord must forget the chat. Do. Oh, crikey, yeah, Joel's in Portugal, isn't he? Oh, he is. I think he's okay. I spoke to him yesterday. He couldn't make my live stream yesterday, so he actually apologised. He doesn't need to. But I appreciate anyone who comes into the live stream to help with the stupid people, you know. But he doesn't have to apologise. He's quite a funny guy, actually. Jem says, I'm from Jersey. This is my fault for giant asteroids to bring back dinosaurs. Yes, got to bring back the dinosaurs. We're going to create a big dust cloud over the human race, wipe us all out, and then get the dinosaurs. I'll be back. I'm from Detroit, but I live in Houston. I'm from Norfolk, and I live in France. Are you swinging your pant? Swinging my pants. Do you want to see that, do you? I don't. Oh, that pants! Oh, hello, Speedos. Good morning, how are you? Any questions for a Canadian? Oh, any questions for a Canadian? How do you feel about Mark Carney rescinding the DTS, the digital taxes, the digital tax services or something? The digital services tax, that's it. How do you feel about that? I'm disappointed, I'll be honest. I am disappointed. Because I think you have to hold fast. But that's my feeling. There's no one left to buy their stuff. How will they survive? That's my glasses. They're just ready specs is all they are. I'm quite lucky my eyes are equal. So, yeah, they're deteriorated, but they're equal. So, I'm quite fortunate. So, it allows me to buy shitloads of glasses. But not a lot of money. I just get my eyes tested every couple of years, is all I do. And you thought, oh, that's good. I can carry on as I am. Maybe a little bit stronger. Yeah, QA you might be right on that, but at the end of the day, they'll just change the rules to suit. Just like they're trying to do with AI stealing everybody's blatant intellectual property. If they don't think they can do it, they're not going to carry on investing in it, are they? Well, on the millions of shareholders, including anyone with a 401k, but 401k, but facts don't seem to matter. The millions of shareholders, including anyone with a 401k. That's a valid point. Which is secured, 401ks, that's secured on your GDP or something. GDP, is that right? Do you utilise plugins by handsome Norfolk man? I do enjoy an odd plugin, says Anne, Granny Waterbottom. Oh my god. Why is Britain so wet? Well, there's too many reform voters. That's why. They're all feckin' wet. Brexiters, they're wet and all. The US minimum wage was $7.25, isn't it? By county. $16 an hour. Are you sure? Because the federal living wage when I last looked was $7.25. I know they want increase it, but it's not $16. I'm sure of that. I might be wrong, but you know. Do I want to answer your joke? Oh, crikey, have I got to find it now? Bishop. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just did. Go on. Why is Britain so wet? Oh, in New York City is 1650, is it? Oh, the federal states, 7.25, but the states are high. Oh, I see. Hit the like button, and I dare you to subscribe, says Brian Maguire. Oh yeah, don't forget to boot the old like button. We've got 72 people here at the minute, but yeah, we've only got 36 likes. Maybe I mentioned it enough. No, it ain't ready yet, is it? Canada's never started collecting DST, and can start it next year or whenever. But he said he's rescinding it, and to have this bloody trade deal. It's probably worth nothing. Americans always underestimate Canada. Well, they do. They do. How do you say? Well, they do it with all strong leaders, don't they? That man is horrendous. Donald Trump. He's just horrendous. I just find it. I don't understand how he got in again. I just don't. I'm disappointed if he was using it for leverage. The least he could have done was to use it for leverage. He used it to keep the dialogue flowing, to keep trade negotiations going. Yeah, I thought that was a bit foolish. I thought that was a blunder myself. Not the best move. Suck it up to Donald Trump. End of the day, he'll deny he wrote, that's his trade deal, and he'll do exactly the same thing again. Or he'll find something else to complain about. Hello, very good, I hope well. A frosted Canadian. Says, I'm with you, Alston. Take care, Mark Wanbets. Enjoy your garden. And don't forget to water the trees you're sending down into the cruise. Are we not addressing this? Which one? Yeah, $17 million on a bloody wedding. And all it did is cause a divide in Venice. Did one of his Amazon value tents to the collapse? That'd be funny, wouldn't it, if it did? You go inspect your ships, Brian. And those giant engines. Take care, my friend. Hello, Cindy. Saxy and him. Basil spent 17 million. See, these people, they don't care. They got nothing to worry about, have they? They really ain't got nothing to worry about. All they've got to worry about is how do I hold on to my money? How do I get richer? It's like, how do I get further up the leaderboard? Mark Zuckerberg has just overtaken Jeff Bezos. I don't know what's going to happen to to Tesla. For God's sake, they're struggling big time. Car parks full of cars they can't sell. Sales are down here in Europe as well. They're still selling cars though. And bad people out there. People with no morals. Total dumb. Promised that he never talk to the Canadians again. That was a promise, and now he's not keeping it. Oh dear, nope. Oh dear. Oh, avoiding the facts. Okay, what are the facts then? Django 2XL. What are the facts in your little world? Donald Trump, MAGA, is avoiding the facts. The fact that basically Donald Trump is pushing for a bill that takes away your rights. That's okay, is it? To lose democracy, that's okay, is it? Oh, I see. And these are the facts. Tesla showroom near Edinburgh. Someone sprayed paint and a big cross on their sign. What, a big black cross, baby? That, yeah. Some symbol. Oh, I see, sorry. Oh, I misunderstood you, Django. A pen cross. I get you. Oh, dear me. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It really does make you wonder. Anyway, how's my battery doing? I better double check that. I'm only using the phone at the moment. I just wonder what is next. What is next? And what are people actually fighting for? When you see some of these people who are drumming, their old MAGA drum. MAGA, What is next? Who are you fighting for? These people? Just get out. Get out while you can. That's what I think, if it's possible. Leave them to it. To wallow in their own self-pity. I just don't understand how no one is really. I know you had protests, I get that. But I think you're beyond protests. I really do think you're beyond protesting. When the Supreme Courts can't protect you, your Constitution then doesn't protect you. At the end of the day, birthright citizenship is in the Constitution, People argue that was written for a different time. Like in the UK, people are arguing that, the European Convention of Human Rights was written for a different time, post-war and all that. Bollocks. Tweak it. You don't get rid of it. If possible, that is. This is all becoming the new normal. This is all the new normal. And I think it's too late now. That's very glum, isn't it? The end is nigh. The end is nigh. But I do feel it's too late. He's been allowed to get this far with it in just 6 months. What the hell is he going to achieve in another 6 months? With the people that he's got behind him and with this new bill going through as well. No bill, do I reckon. I hope it doesn't, but it might, yeah. I reckon they're all bend the knee to Trump. Deeply concerning. It's weakness, cowardness, really, in many ways. Because they're frightened of him. You know, they're frightened of Trump. They're frightened of the regime. This is Hitler all over, isn't it, really? It really is. Hello, Plasma Al. I could probably argue that. My mental health isn't worth it. My tiny brain can't cope. But yeah, there is that to it. I just laugh things off, I have to. Because it would, yeah, it does get to you. When you're constantly following the news and it's nearly always negative, it's very hard to find decent kind of positive stuff out there. I do follow quite a lot of positive environmental stuff as well, where people are doing stuff. And then you got the, I can't talk about something negative regarding the environment. You've got the alligator Alcatraz, that's it, alligator Alcatraz. And these people who are pushing this through, such as, push through, they almost built it, haven't they? It'll be ready this week. So you're taking 7 days. In Florida, in the Everglades. Ron DeSantis. These people, they just, when they talk about it, they're in glee, they're drooling at the prospect of an immigrant being attacked by alligators in the Everglades. What the hell is wrong with these people? What is wrong with them? How can you be this evil? I don't know. Carney always has a plan. I hope so. Sadly, the Americans that voted for Donald Trump just couldn't bring themselves to vote for a black woman. And that speaks volumes. It does. Not just a black woman, a very clever, educated black woman. Oh, just think, if it was Kamala Harris, it'd have been a different kettle of fish. Although they are all connected with the wrong people, I have to admit. Even the Democrats and even Kamala Harris. I would like to see someone like AOC, to be honest. She's quite young. You could argue she's a little bit inexperienced, but saying that, she certainly holds them Republicans to the coals, doesn't she? She's a very clever glass. She is, and she's not hard on the eyes. Who wants to look at Trump? Oh my Gideon! Oh. Sadly, the Americans that voted for Donald Trump couldn't bring themselves to vote. Yeah, exactly. As a black woman, says Dingle, I agree. I totally agree. I've got, you probably know already, I've got black grandchildren. And they're lovely. Love them to bits. It has to be said, we mustn't judge people on what they are. We judge them on who they are. If they're a feckin' arsehole, treat them as such. No matter what colour you are, or race or creed, it doesn't. None of that stuff matters. We all bleed feckin' red. It really riles me up, it does. We're supposed to have got past all this. Racism. Bigotry. But we haven't, have we? As a society, we haven't got past it. It's bloody sad, isn't it? It really is. If we are to progress, we have to progress together, and we have to, join hands and build something worthwhile. While all this tit for tat, arguments, hate, and greed, all this stuff has been thrown about into the ether, what have you. Also, I pick bits out of it. Clambering we are to try and make sense of it. Nothing gets done. Nothing positive gets done. I'm not doing the Brexit referendum debate and the negotiation of the deal. Nothing politically actually got done in that period. Then we had the COVID, which also caused that similar problem as well regarding politics and try and get bills through and stuff. And then we have this constant fighting in the United States between the Republicans and the Independents and the Democrats. No one can agree on anything. It just takes a huge amount of time and makes no sense. But what choice have you got, really? In the day, you have to negotiate this stuff and you have to discuss it. But there ain't no real discussions, is there? In the end of the day, you've got 12 hours to read 960 pages. With the big bill, the big beautiful bill. We're doing bilateral deals, one with the US, another with Mexico. No monkey in the middle, blurring the lines. Yeah, get rid of that orange monkey. You also, also forget, Canada's also been in talks with Europe as well, and just like they have, European Union has also been with Ukraine and that as well. So yes, keeps diplomacy, sort of the democratic norms in place. Discussion. Hello, Ignorant Encounters. I hope you're well. Joe, hello, my friend. On my lunch break, says Joe. Hello there, buddy. Trumpers get on my nerves because I don't even think they are real anymore. They're just too far in to turn around and come out again. Yep, they don't. They have literally suckled so hard onto that chocolate starfish, they're foozed onto Donald Trump's derriere. A whole lot of them, all at once. What a vision. Well, no, of course, black men as well. It's just, everyone's vulnerable. Everybody, but also US citizens are vulnerable. Dissenting voices are vulnerable. It just doesn't make any sense at all to me. And shouldn't do to anybody, really. Why we have to be so fucking racist. I know we aren't, and you guys, girls aren't, but we all got tarnished with the same brush, don't we? It's like because you got this Manga Mussolini in the White House, all Americans get tarnished with the same brush. They get criticised for the same things, and it's not the case, and it's not fair. But it's kind of what happens. Stereotypes, It's sad truth, I suppose. Something that we should all really try to work to get away from. And I am a believer, though, to be honest, that I've done it myself, to be honest, that sometimes you have to remove people in your life that people in your life that disturb your chi, so to speak. Sometimes it's family, sometimes it's friends. Sometimes it's people you see online and stuff like that. You know, maybe you're following them for a while and you decide, hang on, you're not for me. Sometimes you've got to push back and you just have to get on with your lives and with your own moral beliefs. You don't need your chi to be disturbed. You don't need to have all this negativity necessarily. But it's hard, isn't it? Not to pay attention is hard. When you know what's going on and what the dangers are, what the risks are, well then it's very hard to ignore the fact that we are all in a very dangerous, precarious position. It's not just the United States, it's everywhere. The whole world economic order, I suppose, is all being literally thrown up in the air, and it's been well, effectively destroyed, I suppose. There are relations that we've had for a very long period of time, trading relations, that are worth nothing now. Are we going to talk about files? Files? Or flies? What's wrong, Gay? Who says Florida? Florida the state. And the Florida the state, you can't even say the word gay, really? Florida, that's Ron DeSantis, isn't it? Oh, Christ, that man's evil. You can't, that's stupid. That's so daft. Most of the Americans' hair are rusky bots. I wouldn't be surprised. Who knows? Take care, Vertigo. Well, I'm gonna go soon because my battery isn't. It wasn't fully charged when I came on, so I've looked at it. It's just entered red. Yeah. Susie's under the resolute desk on her knees. Sounds like police academy. Commandant. It stunned us to see the results of the election. Bella did. Good morning, good sir, says Stephen Torkinson. I'm still waiting for those adoption papers from you, so you can get me out of this hellscape. Until then, I will continue to be in the streets every week protesting dirt. Protest. Yeah, you might need to do more than that later, though, mate. Might need to do both. I'll tell you what you need to do. You need to start logging where these people are, where all the Republican senators are. Make their lives a living hell. That's what you got to do. And the Democrats keep voting along with what's going on. Joey says, Joey Manuel, I had so much respect for the United States growing up. I remember thinking we were the same. Not true. I think we're more like the European Union. Yeah. We might have different languages in the EU, but I think our morals are similar. Believe in human rights, we believe in people's rights. Animals as well. We love our animals. Yes, scapegoats for the elites, yes. All good, says Steve. Oh yeah, I met a lot of Americans through despising Trumpy. I kind of know what time it is over there. Well, I do because in my other room there I've got 3 clocks. One's for New York. Even though it's obviously different time zones in the US as well. I remember that when America was a fun place to visit, but not anymore. It feels dangerous now. Yeah, the old America's gone. This new America isn't really. Well, it's a fascist regime. Cheryl says, I'm a white, half German, and got racism from white, black, and the like. And my half Cape Verde friends got racism from whites and blacks. People are racists, and they need to be controlled. They need to be put back under their little stones. That's what they need. I'm meeting good Americans, and that's for sure. I didn't know they existed. They sure do. They sure do. I've met several on here, on this channel. And people who have moved here to France, what have you, good people. Good moral standing. They're not all MAGA. They certainly are not. It's quite easy to stereotype everybody. Oh, I've made that mistake before. Yep. It's done what's going on to say for the border, and it's shocking, it's cruel. It's just nasty, and it's actually an act of self-harm. All these deportations, it's destroying the US's economy. How it's seen from further afield, people are watching. It's not impressive. I'm an Argentinian. Hello then, Argentina. What do you think about CIA operations over South and Central America? Operation Condor. What is the purpose of these operations? Is it surveillance? Border control? Getting a drone, says Curious, but not sure what to get. What do you want to do with the drone? I fly drones, alright? What do you want to do with your drone? Is it photography? Is it video? Just fun? Are you going to race them? Really depends on what you're going to do with it. Now, if you're in the United States, there are going to be, well, you're not, are you? But if you were, the DJI would be a bit risky at the moment. They don't know from 1 minute to the next what is going on. Other than DJI, I've got a French drone, which is called a Paranafi, that I use for backpacking and stuff like that, which is really good. It sort of folds up, it's really small, it's very light, it's under 250 grams, which is a good thing. That's a valid point, actually. Depending on what you want to do with it, will depend whether or not, also whether or not you need to get a license or register the drone. If it's under 250 grams, you wouldn't need to register it. And there's a lot of very, very capable drones out there. DJI do some fantastics under that weight, such as the Mini and what have you. Brilliant things. Nice 4K cameras on them. Really good. Canadians getting ready to fight. Take a safety course. Do it. Air drones, water drones, ground drones. Oh, you're talking about military drone? Well, there's obviously plane drones as well. Goodbye from Karen. Say that, it'd be good. We should have army games with the United States. I bet we'd hold our own. Army games, yeah. Why not do like some sort of computer games? That's what there's some sort of game show, isn't it? Like the Running Man. Get one with a good gimbal. Oh, good gimbal, you mean? Get one with a good gimbal and camera capable of carrying a pizza. Oh, camera and video. Oh yeah, if you're in Canada, you'll be fine. I'd go for any. Personally, DJI make some of the best drones. They just do. I know they're Chinese, but they do. They're some of the best drones you can get. They're always doing updates to the. So I've had plenty of DJI drones. I had the Phantoms. I had the Phantom Pro 3. Brilliant thing. Really good drone. But then you got the Mavics and stuff like that, folding drones. But I would aim at getting something under 250 grams because it just makes life a lot easier and less regulated for you. Yeah, I know what you meant. Video. Yeah, video in that, yeah. A gimbal. Oh, yeah, I know Canada. My home. I know the big gamble. Get yourself a good gamble. deal with Americans if necessary. Yeah. That's what it feels like you got to, innit? That's what Mike Carney's doing, I suppose. So that button, oh, I'd get a gut rot. I would think that, and to do that. Hey, Joy Manuel. Oh, that's helpful, isn't it, really? You know, you're here, aren't you? And it's nice that people are chatting with each other as well. It's pretty cool. Keeps the conversation going, doesn't it, you know? That's the whole point of doing live streams, really. Can't we just, I might as well just do a video, it's just me just talking to the camera. It's nice to see people communicate with each other. Makes it a community. A lefty here in the Red Sea. In the Red Sea? What? Blimey. Is that a bit dangerous? Nice one. Anyway, I'm going to make a movie. I'd like to thank everybody, and you don't forget to beat the old like button and what have you. And if you one of the spanners that arrived today, and there's been some that there has. We've got Joe that we have, and some care's been here as well. Yeah. So thank everybody that. Oh, he's in Texas, is he? Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, and then the problem is if regarding DJI, that could cause some problems. You might want to go for maybe a different brand, maybe. We don't know what the future is. DJI might end up not selling in the United States. So, anyway, I'm going to make a move. If you watch Sport Channel, there's super chats and stuff like that, but also there's Patreon, what have you, down below as well. Just one last flick through here. You can build your own drone as well if you're inclined to do that. I've built drones before. It's not difficult. You just have to, you buy yourself a control board, preferably one with GPS on it as well, and obviously a gimbal, not gimbal there. Oh, gyroscope. It makes flying a lot easier. You see, flying drones is dead easy because they just fly themselves. Really, you just have to point them in the direction. It's not like a plane where it gets blown about and you've got to compensate. Well, to be fair, even with planes these days, you can fit a gyroscope and a GPS in. People do that. But if you're doing like flyby view, whatever, in FPVs, which can be very interesting, you feel that you're in the actual cockpit of the actual drone, which is pretty darn cool. Great for racing drones, so really good for that. The thing you got to think about though is, are you going to be putting it in your pocket? Are you going to put it in your backpack or whatever? You could be travelling with it. This is like my old DJI Phantoms. They were big. They were good, but they were big, which is a bit of an issue. You got to cart the stuff about. Now, what I found it was a pain for me is if I was going for a walk or something like that, I didn't want to go for a walk with this bloody great drone. So I ended up getting this little Parrot and Affy, and that's been brilliant. And that's something I just fold up. It comes in a relatively small case, and hang on, where is it? Is it there? Oh, it's here. Oh, it is somewhere. Not that one. Oh, I've got it. Yeah, right, look. This is my little parrot and naffy. A good little thing. There's new versions of it now. Your battery goes in there, obviously, and it's a little folding drone. But it's only in this little case, you know. You've got your controller as well, and your batteries. But the nice thing about this particular drone, you see, whereas my Phantom drone couldn't, wasn't very good. Well, you couldn't because it was the camera was hung underneath. This camera can look upwards, which is quite cool, you know. If you're doing things bridges and stuff like that, you can actually look straight up, video the underneath side of the bridges, which you couldn't do that with some of the other drones where the cameras. Think about where the camera's mounted and whether it can look up, because it actually does make a difference. The newer DJI ones can look up. They're pretty, they are quite fragile things. There's quite, like these blades and what have you. They're very, very fine, These little brushless motors. And you do need to change your blades on a regular basis, even if they don't look like they're damaged. Not so much if you're doing more local, close flying, but if you're going to actually take it any height, any distance, or over buildings, that you might want to think about making sure it's safe. And also, you've got to feel like your local laws. Like, for instance, here in France, we have a GMF, which basically is for drones. It tells you where you can and cannot fly, right? Basically, you're not allowed to fly without permission over buildings, for a start. In many areas. Anyway, it's time for me to go. I'm going to say toodaloo, So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us, and thanks to the spanners in the works. And, So, anyway, thank you. Do you want to stop streaming? Not really, but my battery's going to run out and I really want to go and do some work. Toodaloo!